Skyrim, we got killed most fatally. I mention this because we don't, on this channel, edit out any of our raw gameplay. The only thing we would edit out is if accidentally some nudity is shown, which should never happen because we don't have any adult mods installed or anything. We don't play like that, and we certainly don't play like that for our channel. But if accidentally any nudity is shown, just so that YouTube wouldn't, you know, delete our beautiful videos, we go in and laboriously remove the nudity. And again, it would be very, very brief video game nudity that I don't know what mod would actually be putting them in there. If I figure out what nudity, what mod would be putting it in there, I would remove it. Like, for instance, as I mentioned earlier, there was a clothing mod, not a nude mod, in Oblivion that made an outfit for one character. As far as I know, just one character wears it. And it showed a boobie. I know, horrors of horror, that an adult game would show a female boob. But we laboriously go in with an editor. We find the offending body part, and we spend hours. And the reason it takes hours is you have to take out, so you have to find the spot first of all, which you may not know where it is. And then you cut it from, like right there. Oy vey. So that one's gotta have to be redone. If we know it's a female we're looking at, we don't take the piece of armor off of her that would show such things. We're not trying to show nudity. It wouldn't do anything. We don't show it. We've got no interest in showing it. But we go in, we take it out, and then what our and it stitches them together, and then it re-renders the whole video painstakingly. Shot by shot, frame by frame, which even on short videos can take more than an hour. What we normally do in our videos is just shoot the raw footage and upload it to YouTube. But if there's any chance anything showed up in the video that is not allowed to be seen on YouTube, or is even questionable about whether it should show up on YouTube, we go in and take it out. And then we have to re-render every single frame of the video. Which, like I said, could take an hour. On longer videos, it could take 3-4 hours to get the final result. Which is the same exact raw footage that we shot nice moon there. The same exact raw footage that we shot, just without the offending body part. Other than that, you're getting everything that happens. Most people, even when they do a Let's Play, they edit out whatever they think is not action or boring or whatever, and they give you the highlights. We're giving you it all, warts and all. So if our character dies, for instance, in the game, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see that character dying, and you're gonna probably think to yourself, get good. And you're gonna think that we're much worse at this game than the others who play it. Their death scenes and all of that. But I want you to see what Skyrim is really like. And so I leave in everything that I know YouTube will allow. And I cut out only those things that might be questionable by their standards. Right now, we're on our way to discover a house that is available for purchase. We don't have enough money to purchase it yet, of course, because we're early on in the game. But we want it placed on our map. So when the time comes that we do have money, we can purchase it. And there it is, off in the background. The thing about these games is, if you see something off in the background, you can go there. If you see mountains, you can go over to the mountains, you can climb them. If you see a house, you can go over to the house. So we're going over to the house now. Now, I think their policy is silly about nudity. I think adults can decide what to watch themselves, but I would never make X-rated or R-rated content anyway. This home and its surrounding environs is available for purchase. This is Homestead for sale. I have had many cherished adventures in Skyrim, but now I'm afraid I must leave it behind. The war has made life difficult on all of us, and I fear that the worst is yet to come. So this guy's an optimist. It's good to know that there's so many optimists here in the land of Skyrim. I have entrusted the steward in Dragon's Reach with managing the sale of my homestead. If interested, seek him out. And we will, in fact, seek him out when we know we have enough money for it. You notice it doesn't tell us how much it costs. Now here at the smelter, is where we can take all that iron that we mined, and we can turn it into usable ingredients so that we can make clothing, weapons, armor, and items in the game. Because in this game, you actually create the things you use. So right now I'm creating eyeglasses because I want everyone that's in my party to wear eyeglasses. I just created more block picks because I use a lot of block picks in the game. We'll see if there's anything I can make at the workbench so I can improve the armor that I already have. This makes it better in battle, and also I think it makes it worth more money when we sell it. So now I will don some eyeglasses if I can find the ones I made, so that now I'm wearing the eyeglasses in the game, and I'll give a set to Lucian. Except it's not letting me give a set to Lucian because it's broken. I should mention we're playing a heavily flawed version of Skyrim, and without doing it on purpose, we're the ones that flawed it by putting in mods that are either conflicting with each other or there's too many of them. In my case, I believe the mods are conflicting with one another, but I don't know which mods are conflicting with one another. There are ways to find out. I find those ways tedious, and since I don't do it on a regular basis, working with these tools to discover, you know, what is conflicting with what, I don't remember how to do it. And so the end result is I would have to learn it every time I use it. And that could be just because the instructions are complicated, or it could just be I'm an old man, and so I don't remember things as well as I used to. I'm 62 years old. I don't think my memory's gone, but I've certainly gotten to that point where I could watch a movie every year, and watching that same movie, I could easily not remember how the movie ends up. So it's like watching it for the first time, even if I've seen it a bunch of times. So that's almost good. Not everything about aging is bad. I'm certainly not the oldest person who ever played this game. There was, of course, famously Skyrim grandmother, who I have heard has retired now, but she played this game well into her 80s. Got quite a following, unlike me. So far, last I checked, we had something like 87 videos on our channel, which isn't a lot. I mean, there are people that have put up thousands of videos, but we put up 87 so far. I think our channel is around 3 weeks old. And there are people with thousands of subscribers, tens of thousands. And there are people with millions of subscribers. Last time I checked, we had 7 subscribers. And I think about 40 views. Maybe it's more views. I can't remember. Now this is the guy we came to see. My guess is he's not gonna give us his full spiel, because we do have flaws in our game, and so most people are not giving us the quests they're supposed to give us. And
you need something?
Most merchants are not opening their inventories to us, so we're manually opening their inventories so that we can sell to them and buy from them. And so I thought, rather than fix this, which I could fix this by just playing vanilla Skyrim, or by just adding a couple mods. But I'm pretty sold on the mods I run, and I'm not sure which mods are doing this. I thought what it would be like to play just like a normal Joe or Jane, and play it flaws and all. See how that worked out. Let y'all see. So let's talk to Cicero.
Ah, bother and befuddle! Stuck here! Stuck! My poor mother. Unmoving, headless, but too still.
Yeah, so he didn't give us the actual quest.
Ah, bother and befuddle!
He's just saying the opening
Stuck
line.
here. Stuck!
Yeah,
My
we're stuck here too.
Mother. Unmoving, at rest, but too still.
Now, my guess is if we came in, so far, those anomalies do not occur when we go in brand new on a new save. What I mean by that is when we freshly load the game, even on a save, it's not broken like that. But after just a couple minutes, it is. So it seems like it has something to do with something that's happening while it's running in memory. And we're playing it on a very sophisticated computer, one that didn't even exist when Skyrim came out. Meaning one of the fastest, most sophisticated central processing units, CPU. We're playing it with 12 gigabytes of video RAM, a video card. It's not the most expensive video card. It didn't cost $1,200 or anything, but still a very respectable one. And 64 gigabytes of regular RAM. This isn't to brag about our system or anything like that. It's to say none of the problems you're seeing in the game seem to be caused by our hardware at all. It appears to be a software problem. And like I said, I could spend the time to figure it out and fix it, and I probably will in the future. But I thought, there are so many people that play Skyrim and upload their videos. How could I be different? Well, one way is I can give it my personality, my sarcasm, my making fun of things in Skyrim.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now that was my fault because I didn't have a destruction spell on. I still had a healing spell on from a previous fight. So that's my bad. When you're in a fight, if you're a mage, you're probably going to go to destruction spells. And then after the fight, you would heal up by going to a healing spell. But then you need to remember to go back to a destruction spell if the next time you're ambushed, you want to be able to quickly throw fire at somebody or frost or something like that. Now what we're doing, because we didn't want to stop this video, so anytime we exit the game, we essentially stop the video. Skyrim takes a while to load with this build, even though it's on a... Oh, rats. Okay, well, I got killed, and so I'm going to have to load it anyway, so I'll probably go back to Cicero when I come back to this. So, that's a drag. Not the going back to Cicero part, but the getting killed so quickly into the recording.